What should Kenyans expect from Raila and what should Ruto expect from
Raila? Unajua cash crop ya Raila, his main cash crop ni opposition politics. Assassinations will be there and this is the period nilikwambia tutakuwa na nusu mlingoti.
What should Kenyans expect from Raila and what should Ruto expect from
Raila? Unajua cash crop ya Raila, his main cash crop ni opposition politics. So he's coming back to his shamba. He's coming back kwa shamba yake. So he will fight anyway. He will start fighting.
But he's in the government, broad-based government.
He's in the but his demands from tomorrow ama from this week, coming week, utasikia fresh demands. Yeah, kutakuwa na fresh utaanza kusikia ma press conferences. Nilikwambia Tangula is most likely anaenda nyumbani. Most likely. And Otiende most likely the next speaker. Kikuyu MPs will be pushed out and parliamentary chairmanships zote ambazo zimeshikiliwa na Mount Kenya nyingi zote zitangolewa. Ata demand achukue because he will be looking on how to weaken Ruto completely. On the other side ya Ruto atakuwa advice na watu wake ambie huyu mtu si sawa, wacha tu resist. Na akiresist huyu naye ataleta punch. So expect an upside down politics in Kenya from this month. March, April itakuwa climax.
President Ruto is a professor of politics. Do you think he can be defeated?
Haji is not a professor of politics.
He has never been, defeated in any elections.
Which election?
Since an MP, he has never, he has always won.
Uko. Si alikuwa amefrontiwa na Moi, who will defeat somebody who has been fronted by Moi. Si alichapa huyo mzee anaitwa nani?
Ule mwenye mslap ule.
Yeah, mslap. And that is where he got his curse from. Yes, he will win. But it's because he forced things. He was Kanu 92. What could have defeated Kanu 92? Hii ingine amejialign into... Yes, it is good for him. He has never lost anything. But how is the spirit or the spiritual realm speaking about you now?
He said recently in Northeastern, yeye mwenyewe amekuwa kwa hii game kwa muda mrefu.
Yeah,
and losing an election is none of his, his worries.
Who was in the game more than Moi? 24 years in power. Yeah, Moi was in 24 years in power, but his candidate lost. And again, being in power does not guarantee you, because you can be in power and your race has come to an end. Maybe the mission why God called you has come to an end. So you cannot go beyond where God has said no. I'm not insinuating that there is something seriously wrong that he might not go forward. But whatever will happen between now and April will determine his presidency. Whether even atafikisha huko. Because I don't see.
What are you seeing?
Sioni tukienda pale mbele. Sioni tukifikisha 2027 before we have a new dispensation.
A new government.
A government, either a coalition government or a brand new government.
Wakati tuliongea na wewe last time kulisema once Raila atakuja pale atatengeneza speech nzito hapo akijaribu convince wa Kenya why he is suitable for to lead this nation.
He will not come that way.
Yeah.
Raila ataprepare kina Junet. Ataprepare kina James Orengo, utawasikia wakiongea. Ataprepare kina Miria Diambo. Ataprepare kina Joho. Ataprepare kila watu. Those are the people who will speak fast. Prepare Raila and tell Raila you are still young. You can still lead this nation. Then they will say we are in the government, we want to feel it. Tunataka kusikia. So momentum itajengwa. Sasa itafika mahali aseme sasa atukubaliane na hivi tu. Atatumia tu kitu kamoja tu. Kama hilo uliona wale vijana walikuwa wameshikwa Isiolo. Atatumia atatafuta tu kitu. ambayo itafanya atokelezee aseme we demand for the release, we demand for this, we demand for this. And from there he will never turn back again. Now he will push kuangusha hii kitu yote ianguke. He is bitter, he is a bitter man. Right now Raila is a bitter man.
He's gonna be
very bitter with
revenge.
Very bitter with Ruto. Very bitter.
But you know, Ruto has been there with him. He has supported his AU candidacy.
Ruto ni wale watu wanakuwekanga kwa room alafu wanachoma nyama, wanakuambia unasikia harufu ya nyama? Wewe unasikia tu harufu ya nyama, wanakupatia kama mfupa ukulage, kumbe nyama ishachebebwa na imeenda. Ruto was campaigning Luo land. All this he was doing was campaigning Luo land. Na watu wa Jaluo waone this man supported our man. Alikuwa anatafuta vile kitu Ruto anatafuta ni replacement ya kura ya Kikuyu.
And in our last video you said that he would come and say, you know, the Luos will turn against Ruto once Raila fails.
Yes. Sasa wanasema nini? Sijana kulikuwa na maandamano. Si wanasema Ruto must go sasa. They will turn against him and they will say ulituuza. Kwanza hizi story unasikia hizo za DRC zikianza kutokelezea vizuri. And then hii mambo ya kutuma madelegate badala ya kutuma madiplomats. Ikitoka vizuri ili utasikia maneno. Already the ground he knows Ruto set them. Aliwauza.
So all this was...
That's why the blame imetokelezea haraka sana kusema Uhuru ndiye aliharibu. Hiyo ni sasa ni huyu jamaa Wanis. Anaitwa nani?
Wanis boss, the DG.
The DG. Huyo ndiye amecoin hiyo story haraka haraka. Ndio wa control the ground. Wasemekana ni Wakikuyu ndio wamesabotage Raila kule. Sasa unaona mtupicha tukiweko Wakikuyu ati walikunywa Guinness, walikula mbuzi kucelebrate. Hiyo ni DG. Anataka kubuild a story ikuonekana ni Wakikuyu ni Uhuru influenced other leaders not to vote, could diffuse the tension. But they will sell it for 2 days, it will die, but the reality will come up and it will be messy.
And what was the DG doing in Addis Ababa?
That's a question people are asking. What was his role there? Where was he going? Because one thing people are saying, why did the DJ advise the president about the Malawi, about the DSAD, what this? The DJ ni hapa tu. They only share information that are relevant. Kama sasa cross-border informations, or maybe a particular person, kama vya Besigye wenye alikuwa hapa, the intelligence ya huko ili consult intelligence ya huko, ndio wafanya joint operation. And also the story ya Besigye ili cost sana Raila. How this man was kidnapped in Kenya. Then he's held in a military camp. So these are things that are really bad. And imefanyika. So the DG being in Addis Ababa, or whoever that was in Addis Ababa, were completely irrelevant. They were not supposed to be there in the first place.
Now, the biggest elephant in the room right now is Raila and Ruto. Their political marriage can't go forward as planned.
Can't work. More especially when Uhuru is alive. That marriage can't work. Uhuru will work his ways. And he must control, because they're also trying to protect the interests of the family. Economic interests of the family. So what will happen is that marriage haita work. Already mame divorce. Already as we are talking now, there is no marriage. Now what Ruto and the team are contemplating is to work out a plan. How can we bring back Rigiji? Do you know what is going to happen? A ruling is going to be forced that Rigiji was erroneously removed from the office. Now the court will rule in his favor. And they might be able to speak to the court the way they did to remove him. They might be able to persuade the court through the DG and other people that the government of Ruto be forced or be reprimanded to give back the Rigiji his seat. And Kindiki to vacate. And it will be a court ruling. So it will not be seen it is them who have done it, but it will say the court have reinstated Ligathe. Arudi kwa kiti yake. Na arudishiwe security yake, arudishiwe kila kitu, na isemekane atafutwe mahali yako, arudishiwe kwa ofisi.
Rigathi ya box.
Yeah?
Will Rigiji kubali kweli?
Alikataa pesa. Remember time I told you alikuwa anapatiwa pesa. Nilikwambia hiyo story.
Yeah, kuna time alisema hivyo.
Alikuwa amepatiwa 10 billion. 2 billion. Lakini akakataa. And there's a team that is working towards that line. You know what they will do is like to convince the Kikuyu elders, that is the Mount Kenya Foundation, to convince them, bring them in, and then like they do a reconciliatory thing.
So this whole thing, okay, can we say that it's like umejaribu mpenzi amekukataa, so najaribu kurudia ule ex.
Unarudia kwa ex kwa sababu ex alikuwa mzuri. Ex ameakisha moto. Afadhali unajua huyu mlikuwa naye huko nje. Sasa huyu ex yako hapa anabomoa nyumba hapa karibu na ni neighbor. You see the kind of situation that is will be working. It will be interesting. It will be very interesting stories from this month of April, March, February, March, April, kwenda hapo May, June. It will be so interesting. Kenya will be so busy. Politically. Yeah, and so many things will go down. Assassinations will be there. And this is the period nilikwambia tutakuwa na nusu mlingoti.